Hi there, this is Victoria. I'm here in Javea, Spain, where at the moment, it's 15th of March, we're about to go into full lockdown from tomorrow. People have already been told to stay home, don't go out unless you absolutely need to. So I'm here with my friend Tobias Laube. He's an alternative health practitioner. He's been, I've known him for 8 years, and over the years I've seen him help several people, some of them with quite severe illnesses, so I have a lot of respect for Tobias and the work that he does. So I thought today, to kind of alleviate some of the fear, we would talk a little bit about the coronavirus and what it is, and what are some of the things you can do to help improve your immune system. So Tobias, what is the coronavirus and what is the real threat in your opinion?
The coronavirus is not a new virus. A lot of people are now hearing about the coronavirus for the first time. It's actually a strain. The coronavirus stands for an array of different strings of the influenza virus. And the coronavirus is, in my opinion, not in my opinion only, but also many professionals' opinions, not a very dangerous virus. The mortality rate is about less than 1%.
Yeah.
Influenza has 1.2%. That means of all infected, 1.2% could die. The real threat here is more the high contagious rate that this virus has. It's very contagious. That means that it's spreading very fast. It's a fluid virus. That means that it can only be transmitted by fluid particles. But at the same time, the threat is more on the attention that this virus gets now. That means people that get infected, the symptoms that are very, very similar to all kinds of flu symptoms. People very quickly get scared and interpret their symptoms with this virus now. So the attention, the spotlight is on this virus now, and the panic or the hysteria that comes along with it, I think that is more of a problem, and then the reaction of people thinking that a virus that is a pandemic virus, not a seasonal virus, can bring along. So maybe more the reaction of people watching, observing, hearing every day that this virus is spreading further and further is more of a danger than actually what the virus can do.
Okay. And what would you suggest that people can do in this situation? What are some of the things that people can do for their immune systems or for their to protect themselves?
It's interesting to see that whenever there's a problem, people start to pay more attention. And when everything is fine, people ignore basics. But what should be promoted the most, and what I find disturbing by governments and officials, what is not being promoted strong enough, it is more promoted how to be scared about the situation, is that basic hygiene is omnipotent, it's the most important. So viruses are not like bacteria, living organisms that can create a problem on its own. A virus needs a host, it needs a carrier, let it be an animal or a human, in this case only humans. And it needs to enter the body, it needs to enter the bloodstream, it needs to find a cell, a lung cell, to then enter and then cause a problem. So the main precautions, or the main ways preventing this, is simply by washing your hands, taking care that you're not too close to people that are sneezing. If you feel in any way sick, maybe prevent close contact with people. These are basic ideas or measurements that we should do anyway as a society if we want to minimize spreading disease, spreading a virus. As I said, the behavior of this virus, of what this virus can do, is very similar to an array of other influenza viruses, and the precautions are the same for all of them. We are just now counting, maybe for the first time, with amazing marketing, how fast this virus is spreading. So basic hygiene is very important, and of course, number one as well is keep your immune system up and stop or reduce anything that keeps your immune system down. So Number one is, of course, stress. Stress is the biggest immune system suppressant. Second one is anything that is a free radical, let's say smoking, too much alcohol, artificial food, or corn syrup, non-organic foods, produce is maybe also a problem. So anything that puts a strain on your immune system, on your liver in particular, that cleanses your body on a daily basis, should be prevented. So keep your immune system up. Fresh food, vitamin C, number one of all biochemical processes in the body is vitamin C. Vitamin C does not have to be studied anymore. With the discovery of vitamin C, nutrition really came and developed. And we are still today, according to some experts, in the footsteps, in the baby footsteps of nutrition, of what we know. But vitamin C is the kingpin when it comes to all the vitamins and minerals that we need.
We live in Spain. It's winter time, so we've got an abundance right now of freshly squeezed oranges, and I would personally drink a lot of orange juice every day, fresh glass. Is that enough to help with viruses?
Yeah. So of course, vitamin C is abundant, is present in orange juice, even though, funny enough, it's known that strawberries and certain mushrooms contain a lot more vitamin C, but we associate this vitamin C with oranges primarily. If you would want to treat or help your immune system, you would, in a situation like this, if you are sicklish, you would need to drink about 10 liters of orange juice per day to have enough vitamin C to fight back against any attack. So what would really recommendable in a situation like that, if you want to maintain very strong health, very strong immune system, or if you are already showing symptoms of anything, raise the immune system with high concentrated vitamin C, which means supplementing vitamin C. And the best vitamin C really is if it's pure vitamin C that comes maybe in powdered form. Okay.
Yeah, I noticed myself. I went into a local shop here one day and I picked up vitamin C, and I couldn't believe some of the ingredients that were actually in there. So yeah, we can get a pure vitamin C that's just the real thing.
A lot of people maybe are not aware that you can buy all kinds of vitamin C products and are not aware about the adequate concentration. A lot of vitamin C products talk about milligrams, and 40 milligrams is the official recommended daily allowance.
Yeah.
And people think, okay, that's what they recommend for me to take daily. But what they do not know, what is not being announced, is that the recommended daily allowance in all vitamins and vitamin C is what quantity is necessary per day per human to not die. So what quantity of this vitamin or this mineral, whatever, is necessary to just keep your chin up the water before you drown. They do not talk about what you need to achieve peak health.
What kind of dosage would you recommend then of vitamin C if you're taking pure vitamin C?
I am a fond believer of maybe the pioneer, the Pope, when it comes to vitamin C, which was Linus Pauling, 2 times Nobel Prize winner, who spoke very highly of vitamin C. He personally took 18 grams per day. Okay. He turned 94 years old, was still in the last years very active when it comes to presentations and talking about his science and his discoveries, very clear, very healthy. He died in a car crash, so it was an unnatural death. He took 18 grams per day. Now, what I personally do during winter times, when I know I have people around me that are coughing and sneezing, I take about 2-3 grams per day. Today, with the situation, maybe a bit more. And the main attention, or the main thing that you should know when it comes to vitamin C intake, is when the body receives too much vitamin C, when you overdose, which cannot be bad for your immune system. It can just be that your body is telling you, okay, I've got enough fuel to cope with everything, thank you. I'm going to give you weird tummy noises and maybe even diarrhea. The diarrhea is not a bad thing, it's actually a cleansing effect, but these are normally the indications of your body saying, thank you very much.
Hold on, I've got enough.
Yes,
Good.
that's enough, exactly. But it is not, you cannot damage yourself, you cannot overdose in a negative way.
Okay. You have a product which actually can help kill viruses, is that right?
Yes, we are working since 2008, since 12 years, with chlorine dioxide. Chlorine dioxide is maybe 120 years old. A lot of industries use chlorine dioxide very efficiently to destroy all kinds of microorganisms, all kinds of pathogens. A pathogen is a disease cell, a virus, bacteria, a parasite, funguses, heavy metals. Yes. So from the military to hospitals to the export of meats, chlorine dioxide is being used to destroy these pathogens. It has been very efficiently used after the anthrax attack at the White House, which was a powder, bacteria powder that was sent to the White House after 9/11. A certain department of the White House has been shut down, and chlorine dioxide has been produced and pumped in as a gas to disinfect anthrax. The same happened after Hurricane Katrina, I think it was 2005. There was an epidemic risk. Epidemic is now different than pandemic, what we have right now. There was a lockdown of New Orleans, the nucleus of the main damage happened of Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, and a lot of corpses, a lot of dead bodies were dispersed all over the area.
Yeah.
The major problem was there that these bodies had to be found on time before they decay, rot, and create disease. So these bodies have been collected together, a tent has been placed, constructed over them, chlorine dioxide has been produced in front of the tent and as a gas pumped into the tent to disinfect these bodies. So we also use chlorine dioxide. We distribute a certain product that you can use to produce chlorine dioxide at your home, to fumigate your house, to create a spray bottle with it so that you can spray a chlorine dioxide solution onto anything that you want disinfected from any kind of bacteria or virus, even if it's now your hands, handles, if you want to spray it on yourself when you especially now are worried that you've just greeted someone, said hi to someone that sounds sicklish, or maybe it could be coughing or whatever. You can spray it on yourself. You can spray it around in your home. You can fumigate your home, your apartment, your living quarters, whatever. And it is absolutely safe to use. There's no toxicity. There's no problem to health. Of course, it has to be. You have to know how you produce chlorine dioxide in the exact formula, but absolutely safe for human use.
Okay. And can it also be taken internally, the chlorine dioxide?
Yes, of course we have to watch out with any claims that we make, but you can dilute, you can prepare a certain drop amount, a small drop amount of chlorine dioxide and use it with plenty of water, dilute it with plenty of water, and then drink it to disinfect yourself from viruses and bacteria. And of course, the attention now today is, the big question is, what about this coronavirus? And yes, there are different viruses out there that do different things. That is the genetic code inside of the virus that takes a different action. But the molecular structure of any virus, if it's the Ebola virus, the AIDS virus, hepatitis A, B, C, D, or coronavirus, they're all the same structure. The same analogy I could maybe make is with different cars. We all know about cars, so you can buy a Volkswagen, you can buy a Seat Panda, or you can buy a Bentley. There are different classes, different powered engines, there are different practicalities behind these cars, but the mechanics behind them are all the same. They all run on fuel, they all need four wheels, they all need a basic structure to run. So the same with pathogens. If you hear me talk about can I disinfect this virus, what about this virus? it works on every virus, on every bacteria, and every pathogen.
Okay. And what about, do governments know about this? Is this something that people they're aware of? I mean, like you said, they used it in the White House or whatever.
Yes. Governments know about this very well. This is not new science. This is very old science. As I said, I think about 120-year-old science. Chlorine dioxide does not have to be investigated anymore. It doesn't have to be studied more. It is known. And of course you might ask yourself, if it is known, if they know about it, why don't they talk about it? Now we can go into certain theories why. We can explain maybe certain conspiracy theories. Why aren't they talking about the very basic of disinfecting areas like they did during Hurricane Katrina? But the science, the government know very well about the science. But of course, if there is a suggestion from an organization, let it be the World Health Organization or anyone, and they want to suggest a solution, a idea, it will first go, in particular in a situation like this now that we are experiencing, it will go to government officials. It will be passed on through a lot of people, it will be evaluated, and then there will be lots of decisions. Shall we tell this to the world or not? And in there you can maybe find interests that speak for it or interests that speak against it.
Okay. Okay, so in conclusion, Tobias, can we just sum up everything that we've talked about?
So yes, to sum it all up, first of all, don't just subscribe to fear. Okay, no matter what you are hearing, stay calm and cool and keep a level head. But basic hygiene is really omnipotent. Take care of your nutrition, eat good quality food, prevent artificial food and negative lifestyle. Don't stress yourself. Wash your hands, very basic, and consider supplementing with vitamin C to raise your immune system. Look into chlorine dioxide. Check out our website for the products that we distribute to produce chlorine dioxide in your home, so you can fumigate and disinfect your home.
What is your website address? Just for everyone who's interested.
Our website is activatedmineralsolution.com. You can also send us an email at info@activatedmineralsolution.com.
Okay, great. And Tobias, actually, if people have questions, people can contact Tobias, and he does online consultations as well.
Yes.
Okay. Stay safe, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you in the future. Thank you. Bye bye.